Hey man, just giving you a quick call. I just wanted to let you know that you are so close, dude. You're so much closer than you think. A lot of these big goals that we've had and these big aspirations, they're right around the corner for you, dude. So you just cannot give up. So stoked for you to see this. P.S. We bought a Lambo. So keep going, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bryson. This is the Bryson Everyday Project podcast. This podcast is a little bit different than other ones out there. Here, I only focus on documentation. I don't focus on quality or being professional or being entertaining. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around and give the show a listen. You can also follow me on Instagram at BRQUSE. Thank you so much. Here's the show. So I only say this to document the feelings and the thoughts, but dude, I just want to peace out from, truthfully speaking, I want to peace out from everybody but one coach. And then I guess what I should say is I want to stay with me, and I mean is great. I have a great opportunity with Brian with PT Dom. Dude, I think I'm just so done with trying to do this balancing act of working for 4 different people. And then, so here's the thing. So I'm working for 4 different people, and it's fine. It pays well, but it's just so frustrating because everybody wants their little spin on things, and that's fine. There's no problem there. As I burp 25 times. But trying to keep track of that and try to remember who wants what and try to build things in a certain way so that they account for the specific changes that each person wants. Because that's why they hired me in the first place. It's not to get generalized stuff. It's to get specific custom-made stuff for them. And that's why they brought me on. So I feel like I'd be doing a disservice if I said, hey, no, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it this way. But then in another sense, it's like, well, if I'm the operations person, I feel like I would call the shots on that. And I would know better in a sense. As far as what they need, I wouldn't know better. But how to make it, I would. That's what I think. But I'm just so done with the going back and forth and, 2 hours is up. Okay, switch to the next project. And that's why when everything is aligned, it's perfect. It's a dream come true. I can just sit there and work for 8 hours straight and not worry about anything. But when it comes to stop, go, switch, transition, start a new project, presume project, in project, I'm just so done, dude. And I'm not quitting or going to bail out on anybody. But god damn, dude, all I want to do is I just want to build my system and then package it up and sell it. It's just the only problem is that I'm not getting paid. If I were to just bail out and say, yo, Mina, Dawson, Trey, Brian, I got to focus on my own shit, that would just be a dream come true because I still have 2 months left of pay from my current job. And so that would support me. But there goes all the goals of, getting out of debt, paying a lot of stuff off, freeing up monthly income, financial capacity. There goes all that, right? Also, I would need income after the current job income that I have goes away, obviously. So I just have to suck this up, and ideally it's only for the remainder of the year. I'm just trying to, I want to push myself, but I'm trying to, I don't know. I always hear people talk about how you need to, it's Parkinson's law, right? I've talked about that a dozen times on the show, but the time that it takes you to complete a task feels the time that you give yourself to complete it. So if I give myself a month to clean my house, it's probably going to take me a month. But if I give myself an afternoon, it's going to take me an afternoon. So I think I need to take that and implement that whole principle, that law into my life and just say, okay, by the end of September, by the end of August, today's July 31st, 2025, 8:56 p.m. By the end of August 2025, this whole entire system is going to be done from start to finish, and it is going to be ready to sell by September 1st. I just need to do that and then reverse engineer how to do that and then do the work required every single day to make it happen. I just need to. Because I just get so frustrated with the lack of work. I just feel like I'm not working hard at all. And what's it's ironic that this happens. I can't remember how it happens. How does it work? When I think I can recreate it. So when I'm in voice memos, actually, no, I can't because I'm using it right now. And if I get out of it, I can't because I'm recording. There is a quote. Okay, so I don't know how to recreate it, but there's a quote that I have saved from Alex Hermosi, screenshotted it, saved it, because I love it so much and I believe it to be true. Let me see if I can find it. It's the first one. Okay, here it is. And the quote reads, "You're not feeling as good as you could because you're not working as hard as you know you can." And I don't know how or why, but when I do a certain thing with getting voice memos ready, I guess, this pops up just randomly. And it's funny because I saved it because I loved it. And I think this is so true. And I just get reminders. Not even, like, I'm not trying to look at it or get reminded. It just pops up. Literally, just, I'm like, what the fuck? You're not feeling as good as you could because you're not working as hard as you know you can. I think that exact quote specifically applies to me directly in this very phase of what I'm doing. Because I will oftentimes be working on something and then I will feel a little, confused or frustrated or whatever. So I'll just kind of stand up and just walk around for a sec and then I'll sit back down and try to get back after it. And usually what happens when I do that is I lose that focus and, it's hard for me to get back to the same level of, I guess, concentration or focus that I was before I stood up and just kind of walked around, or, I'll just go downstairs, grab a little snack, grab a drink. I don't know. Like I got some liquid death right here. And then, one thing leads to another and all of a sudden I'm just kind of, not like I'm dicking off and I'm just like not focused, I'm just kind of thinking of ideas, writing things on my whiteboard. And it's like, if I would just stay focused on the thing that I'm working on until it's completed, no matter how long that is, I know that I'd work 10 times better. I know I'd work 10 times more efficient. I know things would just be better overall. I think just point blank period, I would be way better off. And I really, so kind of off topic, I really like what I said earlier. I need to commit to, the end of August, figure out everything that needs to be completed and then reverse engineer. So what needs to be done by when so that I can make which things on which days, etc. You know what I mean? And like I was saying the other day, I think I just need to be a little bit more selfish. So, build whatever I got to build and service the clients that I have now as best I can with the time that I've committed to. But then after that, it's just, sorry, man, can't. I'll do it tomorrow, And if there's any problems, it's just like, okay, well, you're going to have to pay me more. These guys are great. I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but I think I just need to dig even deeper because I think the last 3 days especially have just been a little bit of eye openers because I've been using Bloom, or Brick. I was using Brick, then I got Bloom. Was it yesterday? I think it was 2 days ago. Today's day. I don't know. I totally forgot. But been using that, and it has been amazing. And it has just made me realize that not only would I be on social media often, but I would just be on my phone. And it's funny because there's certain things that I don't even realize I do. Like today at the gym, I went and I was just doing my workout. It was a great workout. But there was like 5 different times where I pulled up my phone and I was going to go on Amazon to look for some stuff. I don't need to be shopping at the fucking gym. And I caught myself a few times, and there was another time where I was going to go look up I think I was looking up something for a Tesla. And then I don't know, there's a couple other things. But I couldn't because it's blocked. And I mention this because I'm not distracted by social media, and it's not like I have an addiction to Instagram and I can't stop watching reels. It's just like my impulsivity, that's a word, impulsivity. My impulsive actions of, I wonder what, and then fill in the blank, or I wonder whatever. That has just taken over all focus and attention. Because I'll just be doing whatever, and then all of a sudden it's just like, I wonder how much this costs. And then boom, I'm in Amazon looking it up, or like I'm just Googling something. And I just having my phone locked and I can't do anything, and I'm at the gym and it happens. I'm like, God damn, dude, I guess I do this a lot, huh? Because I did it 5 times. like 5 times. Every time I forgot that it was locked. Because I pulled up my phone, I started typing, and I was like, oh yeah, 5 times, dude. So I think if I were to just, continue locking my phone, continue doing this, and just, I feel like I'm way off topic. Where was I going with all that? I don't know. But if I were to just lock my phone and then set it to the side, wake up, and just don't even look at my phone for the first 4 hours of the day, get the first 4 hours of the day of work in, just a big chunk of focused, uninterrupted, I think that would be great. I also think that, damn, dude, where was I going with this? I think where it started was, I got to work my hours for Trey, Mina, Dawson. After that, I just got to work on my own shit. Because if I really just went back to back to back, which I think I should. I think I should have like a 30-minute lunch break or whatever and just hang out, maybe even an hour. I don't know. But we'll just call it an hour. So if I went Mina, Dawson, that's 4 hours total, hour break, then Trey, 4 hours, or vice versa, switch them around however you want. It's 9 hours. If I start work at 6, I'm going to finish work at 3. And then, maybe hit the gym. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I think for the remainder of the day, it should be all about my shit. I think it should. Or, what I should do is I should wake up and immediately start working on my own shit. Now, the cool thing is that right now things are kind of in alignment so that when I'm working on something, it is for Mina, Trey, or Dawson. Mina, Trey, or Dawson. And so it's kind of like a 4 birds, 1 stone because I want to work on my own shit. So I'm technically working on theirs as well. And do I count those as hours? I do, because if they want something built and I'm building it, there you go. And I've talked about this before, but I feel like I don't feel gross doing that. I feel like it's perfectly fine as long as the hours are hours for hours, not like, I worked, an hour for this, so that's actually an hour for everybody today, Like I wouldn't work 1 hour on one thing and call it 3 hours for everybody. I'm going to say I worked 1 hour, so that's, if I have to work 8 total hours, and that's an hour off the 8. So I'm not going to, like, imagine I had. Actually, it's funny that I even say that because that's kind of what I was leaning towards doing by trying to hire or trying to bring more clients in or more coaches, whatever you want to call them. And, if I had 30 coaches, that'd be the hour that I did for all of them would be accounted for as 1 hour. But if I had, 10 coaches, then that'd be like 1 hour pays or 10 hours worth of pay for 1 hour of work, kind of. And I don't know, that's a different model for sure. But I just, I don't know. I really like what I said. I'm going to figure out how to reverse engineer everything that needs to be done, figure out a timeline, a schedule to build it all, and then just do that. And I think that would make me feel 10 times better because truthfully, all I need to do is get to that point. Like that's the next step. After that, one fucking sale, I'm set for the month as far as finances go. Because right now, where is this? I know I've got it pulled up somewhere. Right now, let's see if I just make a little calculation really quick. Times that by 2. Times it by 4. Times it by 2. Times that by 4. Oh, oops. So right now, wait, what am I doing? So is that 20? 2400, Dawson. 2. Mina. 2. Okay, there we go. So right now, working 8 hours a day for Mina, Dawson, and Trey. That is somebody thought I was going to say some rhyming shit right there. I know someone did, so there you go, I caught you. But that's a total 8 hours every day, and then only... So 20 hours a week for Trey, 14 hours a week for Dawson and for Mina. That totals to be $5,880 per month. So if you round it up to $6,000, one sale, 1 hour-long phone call is going to make that entire lump sum. So once I get to that point, dude, I need to then make one sale per month to then essentially equal the exact same that I'm making now. Matter of fact, if I only made one sale every month for 12 months, and that's all I did, by the 12th month, I would have, or by the 13th month, technically, I would have the $500 recurring, if that's the model I go with, times 12, so that's $6,000. So at that point, I would be making $11,000 and upward every month. It's just one sale per month. Just one, dude. One. And so the reason why I'm just kind of emphasizing that is to just say that I just need to get to that point. And that point is when the thing is done being built. And the thing is done being built when I can just focus, build it out, smooth it out, make it nice. You know, I want to make this visually appealing as well. So I kind of want to make some graphics and stuff, but that's not important right now. What's important is that the shit works. It's simple. It's easy. It's very intuitive. It makes sense. And then we can make it visually appealing and go from there. Because I want it to stand out. I want somebody to use it and be excited to use it because it just looks nice. And Notion, I think, natively just looks nice. I think it's clean. It's very simple. It's very blocky. You know, it's very you can make things symmetrical. You can divide things up into 3s, 4s, 5s. It just looks nice. So Notion has that going for me. But yeah, dude, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think tomorrow, what I'm going to do, maybe even tonight, I think I'm going to do it tomorrow. It's currently 9:08, and I would like to shower and go to bed. Usually I shower in the mornings, but I just got done with the gym maybe 2 hours ago, and I ran 1.25 miles with Lexi. She ran a shit ton more, but I was doing her cool down, and she had to slow her cool down for me to match my pace because I'm a slow motherfucker. So it was our first time ever running together, though, which is kind of cute. So I'd love to be able to run with her and do some marathon type shit in the future. A long ways to go for that. But yeah, anyway, Sweaty and I would like to shower tonight. So that just takes time, obviously. And knowing me, I'll probably take my phone into the shower and I'll start making a game plan. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, matter of fact. So, I think that's powerful, just reverse engineering. Mina actually told me that today, that it was powerful, because I sent him a text and I said, fuck, I forgot to do something for him today. God damn it, dude. So I said, where the fuck is it? Oh, I said, hey man, I want to share this with somebody who gives a damn. But a wild fact that's much easier said than done is that 11 sales a month at $5,000 paid in full and a $500 recurring thereafter is a $1 million a year business, LOL. So I need 11 sales a month, 132 coaches a year, and I'm on paper a millionaire. Putting it in this frame makes it feel unbelievably close and real, which in turn makes it feel surreal. And he says, reverse engineering it, bro. It's so powerful. So easy now with that vision. And what the fuck is this? Oh, I just had a heart attack, dude. It says, we notice a new login from a device or location you don't usually use. Please review. That was me trying to log into Facebook on my laptop. But yeah, I was like, just reverse engineering shit. Because that's true. It's not easy to just grab 11 sales a month, or maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe I struck gold, dude, and I'm just fucking dragon guarding my coins, like Shrek. What's the dragon's name from Shrek? Does it have a name? Hey Siri, what's the dragon's name from Shrek?
Elizabeth the Dragoness, commonly known as Dragon, is Donkey's wife from the Shrek franchise. She initially started out as an antagonist, charged with guarding Princess Fiona in her castle, but later reforms and helps Shrek.
Siri, what is the character name of the dragon in Shrek?
Here's an answer from fandom.
Man, go fuck off yourself, dude. What is the name of the dragon in Shrek? Oh. The dragon in Shrek is named Dragon, or sometimes referred to as Elizabeth. She is a major character in Donkey's love interest, initially introduced as a fearsome guardian and later became a friend and ally. I don't think I've seen any Shrek after the first one. How many are there? There's only 2. How many Shreks are there? Wait, what the fuck? What are all these? Well, hold on. Shrek, Shrek 2, Shrek the Third, Shrek the Halls, Shrek Forever After, Scared Shrekless, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, Shrek 5. I don't know if this is real or not. I only thought there were 2. But I think I believe that there were 3. That's great. What the fuck, dude? Oh, Shrek 5 comes out in 2026. Oh. Shrek 5 comes out in 2026. In theaters, Christmas 2026. Dude, don't announce a movie that's a goddamn year and a half away, you know? Hey, we're making a new movie. It's not going to be out until 2059. Get hyped. I'm going to forget about it and not even think about it until Christmas and be like, oh yeah, I knew about this. There's trailers out already? Dude, very cool. Whatever. So yeah, I'm a dragon guarding my coins. That's where that derailment came from. And maybe maybe it will be easy. I don't know. I doubt it. But I just got to get to that point because right now, like I've said it before, I'm getting to that not fun stage in all this where I'm doing all this tedious stuff. I'm writing instructions, and in doing so, I realize a lot of stuff is not the way it should be, so I have to correct it and then, remain on track with writing the instructions and make sure everything's organized. And, should this actually be over here? That doesn't make sense. Well, I don't think somebody's going to know this. So I got to add this. I don't think somebody's going to use it the way that it's intended because of this. I need to add, and that's a good thing because it makes the product better. But I'm so over it. I just want to get to the point where it's built. I can say, hey, here's how it works. It's flawless, and there's a lot of things about it already where I'm like, I don't like that, and I just, to the benefit of working with people already, it does allow me to see how people use it, and it allows me to see the frustrations that they have already. And so it allows me to fix those before I kind of push it out. A good example is today, Dawson messaged me and he says, hey man, I can't see so-and-so's hours on the clock in, clock out tracker. She can see it and she's killing it. She's on top of it, but I can't see it. So what's going on? And I was like, So I went in there and I looked at it and it's fine. And I went and looked at the hours hub and I could see everything. There's no problem whatsoever. So I'm like, fuck, did I mess up with the permissions? Did I not filter it correctly? Is he not assigned? But what happened was he was just looking at the wrong page. So I was like, hey, dude, are you looking at this page or this page? And he says, I'm looking at this one. And I was like, oh, makes sense. So that page doesn't have anything that you're looking for. It's actually this page. So just use that from now on. And he goes, ha, this is why I have you. And we laughed about it and it's all good. But I'm like, how can I make that not happen in the future? How can I make that not confusing? How can I make it obvious that what he was doing was wrong? Clearly it wasn't wrong enough, right? Because he had to ask a question. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm glad he did. It sparked the question of how I can make it better. But that's just where my mind goes. I'm like, how can I design it so that it's clear as fucking day that what he did was wrong? Because then there wouldn't be a question and there wouldn't be confusion. There wouldn't be him pausing everything to try to get an answer out of me, because if he's paying me $500 a month for this recurring thing and he just dropped $5,000, I mean, part of me kind of thinks that that's a good thing that he's asking, because then it kind of makes it feel like the more that he utilizes the support, the more that the $500 seems worth it. And And again, for example, these coaches are just bringing it in. I mean, Dawson actually had his first $100,000 month this month. $100,000 in 1 month. That's insanity. That means I would say he's on track to, his $1 million, And speaking of which, I actually asked him today, I was like, hey, dude, you quote, materialistic by chance? Do you have any Lambos in sight? And he says, ha, 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 brother. If I had a hammock and a book and I knew how to surf and I had money in the bank and I was out in the middle of nowhere, I'd be happy. And I mean, didn't answer my question. All good. But I was like, oh, awesome, dude. Very cool. And with the surf's up emoji. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like, I didn't ask if that's what you wanted. I was like, yeah, I said, do you want to buy a Lambo? He said, fuck, I want to be in a hammock. All right, bro. I support that. But so anyway, do you want to buy a Lambo? You know what I mean? But I wouldn't say that I'm materialistic at all. There's a few things that I would like. I think if I was materialistic, I'd be giving a fuck about my clothes. I'd be caring about what else? What do people give a fuck about, bro? Clothes, car, maybe lifestyle, posting on social media, watches. People give a fuck about watches, dude. I'll tell you what. What else? What do people give a shit about? Dude, I'm very curious. We're going to segue into this. What do a lot of people care a lot about materialistically? Money, status, freedom, security, identity, cars, clothes and fashion, home and real estate. Yeah, I guess home. Tech gadgets, phone, watches, laptops, jewelry and accessories, traveling. Yeah. Brands and labels, body and aesthetics. Oh, yeah, surgeries, designer gym fits, social media presence. I don't think I give a fuck about any of that. I would say a car. I would love a Lambo. I would love a shitload of money so that I could just be doing whatever I want. Dude, I would love to. I've talked about this before on the show, but I would love to just go to the grocery store and whoever's in front of me, like their shit's on me, or their groceries are on me. Tabs on me. I got it. Let's go. I would love to have the kind of money to where I could do that, where I could just walk into a store, everybody who's checking out, I just go over there, tap my card and peace out. Just to help people out, just to give back. That's cool to me. And I would just love to reach that level of financial abundance to where that would be a norm for me. So, a car, yeah, I care about a car, only if it's a Lambo. Apparently if it's a Tesla now too. Clothes and fashion, nah. I shop at Ross, dude. I don't give two fucks. Home and real estate. I guess kind of. I would like a nice home. I don't want to necessarily live in a shitty place. Tech and gadgets, phones, watch, laptops. I guess all my shit is relatively new. Laptop came out this year. Phone came out. I think I have the iPhone 15. So I think iPhone 17 is out, right? Because the next one's 8. I don't know. I think. No, how many iPhones are there? Is it 16? 16. There's not a 17 yet. So I have the 15. Am I going to get the 17 this year? I don't know. I used to care a lot about that because I would get the newest one every year. And I think about 4 years ago that stopped because I didn't get the 14 and I don't think I got the 11, or I don't think I got the 12. I think I got 11, 13, and now I'm on 15. I think. No, I think I did have the 12. So I had 11, 12, 13, no 14. 15 now, no 16. Yeah. Brands and labels, high-end names, identity validation. Not talking shit on any name brand things because, you do whatever you want to do. I think it's cool. But for me to wear, what's a really luxurious brand? I don't know. Top 5 luxurious brands. The first one that comes to mind is Louis Vuitton. Oh yeah, Louis Vuitton's number one. Hermes? What the fuck is Hermes? It's probably not even pronounced that way, but I don't care. Chanel? Channel. Gucci, that's what I was thinking of. Rolex. See, dude, like, I don't even know what Gucci makes. Rolex is a watch, right? I don't know. I can appreciate these things, dude, but I would just rather go to Ross and get 100 shirts for, and then I'm going to make it an extreme example. I'd rather get 100 shirts for $1,000 rather than 2 shirts from Gucci. Let's go to Gucci's website, dude. How much are things going for there? How much are we selling shit for? Fuck your cookies. Let's see. Handbags for women. God damn. That's insane. Oh, man. I'll never talk shit on this stuff because it's cool. It's, for me, it's like I want a Lambo. I want a car that costs almost $1 million. I think it's justifiable to say that a $10,000 handbag is of the same level of, I don't know. All of these purses are $2,000, $4,000, $4,900, $1,800, $1,300. Again, I want to be clear. I don't care. Do whatever fuels your whatever. Some people don't give a fuck about a Lambo. I do. Some people give a shit about having the, Gucci blazers or whatever the fuck. I would rather wear a t-shirt from Ross. So if we go to men, let's go to, what are these categories? New in men, bags, ready to wear, shoes, small leather goods, travel, accessories, gifts. It's too luxurious for me, dude. Where's hoodies? Where's sweats? Let's go shoes. Let's go view all. What do we got here? Okay, first impression of the shoes that I see right now is never. They're ugly as fuck. So how much are they? $1,100. That's so crazy, dude. I'm not even trying to be a hater. They're just ugly, dude. Yeah, I do have some cologne. It's called Gucci Guilty. That shit does smell nice, so I guess. Dude, this is insane. What's the most expensive thing that they would have? Let's go men, jewelries, and watches. It's got to be. Gold jewelry. How much are we here? Oh, how much is this one? Oh, it's $6,900. 18K horse bit bracelet. So, this is ignorant of me, but is the point of this stuff to make you look a certain way? Because you can get fake stuff and it appears the same way. And the only reason somebody would know if it's real or fake is if they asked, in which case, who the fuck is always asking you if stuff is real or fake? Because I'm not walking up to some guy that I see and saying, hey man, is that real? For one, I don't give a shit. Two, who gives a shit? I'm being such a hater right now. But anyway, going back to the original story. Hey, do you want to buy a Lambo? He says, fuck, man. Give me a hammock. Cool. I don't know. Maybe that's just me trying to, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm 100% going to reverse engineer what it's going to take to get this done in the next month for sure. And then work backwards to get it done. So that way in September, we can get that going. And, yeah. Like, I don't know how to explain what I'm feeling. But in the past, when I think about my why, I just, it doesn't really, it's not that impactful for me. Because I always want to, like my why is, it's always, like I want to put my mom through school, or I want to buy her a laptop, I want to buy her a car, I want to buy her a house, I want to, now it's like I want to pay off my dad's house, I want to make sure that, he's got what he needs, especially with the hard times that he's faced with. I want to, Make it so Lexi doesn't have to pay rent. I want to make it so that she can work part-time if she wanted to. I don't know if she would want to, but I just want to be able to. And these are all very powerful, but the one that I just keep coming back to is just, I just want to be successful. And to me, that looks like coming up with this idea from scratch, putting it in the marketplace. People want it so much that they're willing to pay $5,000 a pop for it. And I'm able to do that 11 times a month, and I'm able to make $1 million. It's not even about the amount. It's just the fact that I put so much time, effort, energy, and so many fucking days of what the fuck is happening right now into making this. And other human beings find it so valuable that they're willing to give me $5,000 up front and $5,500 for the remainder of the year. To me, I want that. I want that 100%. The reason why there's money associated with it is because if it were free, then I wouldn't know the true value of it, because everyone would get it because it's free. So if I put this out on the market and I just said it was free, I would get 100 downloads, or whatever the first month. And I'd probably have like 2 users by the end of the month. And I'd probably only have one by the end of the second, because people don't know how to use it. People are not going to value it. If it's free, they're probably going to think they can just make it their own. They can get it elsewhere. They can have somebody else build it, whatever. But if it costs money, it's like, oh shit, I value this thing so much so that I'm willing to spend $5,000 on it, or whatever the amount is. So that's why there's a money or a amount associated with it. And to me, that's just, I want that so bad. And that's why when I think of finishing this system, it really fires me up. And I think I'm just in a little rut right now, which is doing some really tedious shit, dealing with the inability to, really focus on one task because I'm bouncing back and forth. And I think if any point in my life, what am I trying to say? I think that the whole, no pun intended, the whole notion of you need to focus on one thing until that thing's done and then move on to the next thing, like priority. There's no such thing as priorities, because priority means one. It means before all others. Prior, before. There can only be one priority. And so that should be your focus until it is completed. And then you move on to the next priority. So I think if there's any point in life where I could have used that lesson or applied it to my life, it would be now. Because now all I want to do is just build this system out. And I still am, and I'm getting paid to do so, and it's a win-win and it's great. But there are caveats. It's like, hey man, can you build this? Like, for example, Trey today, he said, hey man, we got this going on, blah, blah, blah. Can you make this tracker so we can track a really simple one so we can do this thing XYZ? And I'm like, yeah, dude, are you trying to do this and this or what? And he said, yeah, we're just trying to blah, blah, blah. Can you make that? And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm going to pause the other big project I'm working on to make this happen though. And he says, yeah, that's cool. And so I'm like, okay, that's fine, because what I'm going to build for him is something I need anyway. So I'm excited about that, but that just pauses. That means I'm working on more projects at once now. I don't want to do that, dude. So what I'm trying to get at is, if I could just apply one lesson to life, would be just focus on one thing and see it through to completion, worry about the rest later, it would be that. But there's just caveats, dude. Like, I need to get paid. I need to make a living. I need to do that. I need to pay bills. So I think right now, truthfully speaking, I'm in a sweet spot. I'm getting paid to build a thing that I'm then going to sell. So I just have to keep that frame of mind. So going back to the whole why thing, I, of course, want to do all these wonderful things and acts of kindness and all these things, but I really just want to build something, put it to market, and see it succeed. That sounds 10 times, sounds horrible to say this, but it sounds 10 times better than everything else. That's what it sounds like. But with that success comes all the other material success, or I guess that where I'm financial success, where I'm able to pay off my mom's house, pay off my dad's house, buy whoever I want a car, buy everyone's groceries, make it so Lexi doesn't have to pay rent, make it so we can go on trips and XYZ, LMNP, whatever. That's what I want. And okay, so that's where I was going. So going to the whole, I've had these whys and they're not as impactful. Like I think about them, but it's not like, But when I think about, holy shit, I'm so close, that actually, I feel something inside of like, hey man, you're really close. Like, push a little harder. Whereas before it was like, yeah, I want to put my mom through school, but I never had that, like, hey man, you're pretty fucking close. You're about to buy her, about to give her a full right to call. I love my mom to death. No disrespect to her, but I never really felt that unless we just got off the phone and she was emotional about XYZ. Then it was like, holy shit, I got to make this happen. But then after that, it fades. With this, it's just like, dude, I'm so close right now. I'm so close. I'm so close to holy shit money for me. Holy shit money for me is like, I think holy shit money, and I don't mean like a lot of money. I mean like, holy fuck. I think that's like 20, 30 grand a month for me because I've been able to do a lot of cool stuff. Well, hold on, let me take it back. I've been able to live a fine life to my standards and to my desires with the income that came from FedEx and from Hill Air Force Base, which total, I think it was take home. I think it was like $6 grand or $7 grand a month, something like that. What was it? Yeah, because I think I was almost at six figures with FedEx, cleaning trucks, and Hill Air Force Base. So anyway, like I was doing fine. So it was $7 grand a month take home. So to double that, it'd be 14 grand. That'd be amazing. But like to double that and then some, that's for me, that's holy shit money. That's crazy. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Like what I think about is like I'm able to survive right now off of about like 3-4 grand take home per month. Imagine having that amount of money times 6. Holy shit. Like I don't know. That's just my perspective on it. I mean, I can't buy a Lambo. I mean, I'm sure I could, but like I can't really buy a Lambo. I can't get a big ass, huge, massive, giant house. I can't really travel a ton. I can go often, but I can't go every week. But I don't know. That's crazy. And just to think that I'm just that close, that's just, I don't know. I don't know, man. Very excited, but I'm going to end the show now. And I'm going to go shower and hold my phone and plan. All right. Also, I have just decided now that I'm going to put in my coworker Mike's in the intro of this episode. And so there is the context for that. Real quick story. So when I first started, so at my job, we would get paired with other people, and I got paired with Mike. Mike would say what you just heard, or at the beginning of the show, you can replay it or rewind it. He would say, when I would ask him anything. And it wasn't like what'd you say? It wasn't a, It was a, It was this, every time. And not knowing him, I would start laughing. And because I didn't know him, I didn't want to laugh in his face. So I was just like, holy fuck, dude, this is hilarious. This guy's two feet away from me screaming, after I ask him for the damn paintbrush, And so anyway, there's some context to that. I think it's funny as shit, so I wanted to share that. So with that being said...